Hello everyone, a short update here on the two Bradleys dueling a T-90M. We've received some close-up and much better footage of part of a battle. Remember in the original video, one Bradley fires on the T-90M first and then tags out for a second to take over. This is the second Bradley here, and look how accurate that fire is. Very few misses are seen. At this point, the T-90M's optics were knocked out, likely by the very first Bradley, as we can see it's not returning fire at all. The most interesting point though is the big blast that we see at the end. When we saw this in the first video, people commented that it was likely either ERA cooking off or more likely a deliberate launch of smoke, possibly from damaged canisters. As we can see in this video, the fire is cooking for a while here, so this wasn't a planned explosion, but it is the smoke canisters going off. Here are some screenshots. I think we see two fires in the video. Number one looks to burn out for a while and then sort of peter out a bit. Number two is in a slightly different position further up the turret, and it's here where the big explosion comes from. I may be wrong, but that's what it seems to me. And here the blast, which definitely looks like smoke canisters being detonated here. Here is a picture of a T-90M. The smoke canisters are in blue, which detonated, and the area in red is where the first fire was. This first fire is in the area of the Shtora-1 vehicle defense system. It's basically a type of jammer intended to protect the T-90M from anti-tank missiles and weapons that use laser illumination. The grenade launchers you can see which detonate are part of the Shtora system as well. The system also features a laser warning system that automatically orientates the turret in the direction of a threat and triggers the grenade launchers to create a screen against laser rangefinders. It's said to be hot enough to cause anti-tank missiles with infrared homing to miss the tank as well. The jammers send a signal to the guidance of incoming missiles using infrared jamming. So I think this Shtora system was destroyed by the Bradley. So let's take a closer look. A few of the photos are from other T-90 variants, as they're all that I could find close up, but they are similar enough to give a good idea of the potential damage. First here, the jammers are at the front of the turret. One of the fires we saw, the first one, looks like it came from this area, so I think these jammers were likely knocked out. The laser warning system is here, on top of the turret. I think this would have been knocked out early on by the first Bradley, as we didn't see the turret automatically orientate towards the threat at all. Now, I wonder if this is what would cause the turret to helicopter around in the last video we saw. Maybe the system was malfunctioning and flagging lots of false threats and that sort of thing, causing the turret to just spin in a big circle. Who knows? It's a possible explanation, I think. And here, the smoke launchers. We saw one of these detonate prematurely, so these were hit. So it definitely seems like elements of the Shtora system were destroyed. I also think it likely, given the lack of return fire, that the optics and fire control system of the T-90 were also knocked out. So, we went through the geolocation of this little skirmish before, but for people who didn't see my original video, I'm going to put it here as well. So let's see where exactly this duel took place. It will come as no surprise to find that this is in Stepover. We've seen Bradleys operating here a lot. The T-90M was manoeuvring and active in and around the red box. Bradley 1 followed the route shown in blue, engaging targets in the blue box which are marked Engagement Zone. The first Bradley then continued south down the road in order to then pull back towards the west. The second Bradley arrived like so, highlighted in yellow, heading west along that road. It then followed the route the first Bradley came from, engaging the T-90M in the rough same area of the blue box in the engagement zone. Now on deep states, you can see Stepover is heavily contested. Now this puts Russia's control in the eastern edge of town, but given that video, that doesn't seem to be the case. There was just one solitary T-90M here with zero support. I think it better to put the whole town as the grey zone, maybe up to as far as the railroad tracks you can see. And it's not like this was a small short skirmish either. Nearly 10 minutes it lasted, with no support coming from the poor old T-90M. So I definitely don't think Russia has control of that area east of town. Zoomed out we can see that this is on the eastern front in Donetsk. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much and take care everybody.